Hi guys, happy Friday. I hope you have a wonderful day, okay? I think today's reading is great and we don't have the Four of Cups. Yay! See what perseverance does, right? A little bit of reflection. It's wonderful. Okay, I do think today's throw is great. I do want to bring one thing to your attention. We'll go through this, but we've come in with the Queen of Swords, okay? And we've got the Strength card here also. All right. We have the Seven of Swords, which we've had a few times this week, but that's okay, right? Nothing wrong with that. The King of Cups, we've got here. The Two of Swords, also a good card, okay? And we've got the Wheel of Fortune on the outbound, okay? The Queen of Swords, I just want to put this out there. You may cross paths with someone that is like this, okay? This is someone who is very knowledgeable. You may come across them in a work arena or somewhere else, but they most likely would be an authority figure in some regard. This is someone, though, who is not always as they appear. Yes, they're wise and they have knowledge and they're schooled in all of that, but they carry a huge chip on their shoulder. They're not someone normally who would have gotten past things from the past hurts. They instead come out with them in venomous ways, right? And they're manipulative, and people, we all know these kind of people who just play on, manipulate through, their beauty or false use of authority or power or something like that. She may represent that to some of you. Okay, so just kind of know here that the thread through this whole thing, and I'm going to go through with the whole throw for today, is really just, honestly, to thine own self be true. Follow your heart no matter what, meaning your own intuition. If you know something is not right, know something is not right. Don't let your brain get in there and squash the heck out of it. Follow your intuition here. If you're getting a sign that someone's really not working in your best good or not portraying themselves as to who they are, you really just want to be conscious of that. Okay, I don't think that's for the majority of you, but if it is, I wanted to put it out there, okay? Okay, let's see. This is usually a person scorned that really just has not gotten past it for whatever reason, right? They may have knowledge, but they don't have wisdom, clearly, right? Okay, so we also have the Strength card, okay, coming in. I want to show you this. See the two people? Oh, geez. Try to disregard that, guys. I'm sorry, it's the flash. But you see how there's two people? The one on the lion and the woman, or it can be a man too, guys, behind riding the serpent, okay? The Strength card is really, at its core, it's about embracing, I should say, all parts of ourselves, right? The devil in all of us, for the lack of a better way to put it. We have to accept all parts of ourselves because this separates us from this, okay? Because you can have all of the knowledge in the world, you can be schooled in everything under the sun, right? But if you don't have wisdom and if you're not able to, accept new things and let go of old things, you kind of end up being very stuck in the past and doing self-serving things and not being very kind to other people. But with the Strength card, it's just saying, there we go. I love these cards, but they don't show up well on camera, but I just felt the need to use them today, and I'm glad that I did. Okay, the Strength card at its core really stands for someone who uses all of their potential, okay? Motivating passion, navigating the mind. It's not just, you've got to not limit yourself, okay? So be balanced, accept, all parts of yourself. Don't be led into temptation. Always use your, follow your heart, so to speak. Always just trust yourself, always. Above all else, trust yourself, okay? Okay, that's what I had to say about that. Okay, we come in with the Seven of Swords. This, again, is someone, and I'm using this deck, too, because I want to give you some visuals. Visuals have staying power. The legend of this whole, the Holy Grail there is that you can only really pull that sword out. It's the sword of truth, right? Your own truth. So always, again, be true to yourself. That Seven of Swords is a card of, it can be deceit. Someone else, if this is a real person, I would be leery here that they're not doing something self-serving, and you're going to, you know, most likely be led into a situation that's not really as it appears to be, and you may really get zinged for that, okay? But for the majority of you, that Seven of Swords is really just a card, again, it's a card of, you know, someone who's all over the board, so you really can't harness what they're doing. It's just erratic behavior sometimes, right? Where they're very intellectual people, yes, if it's a person, but they're very, they're into way too much. There's no focus there, and you really never know where you stand with them. So this could be a relationship where, you know, the person is in and out, and you really, you know, do they care for me? Are they in this? Are they out? Or is this, you know, you can never really tell. So with the Seven of Swords, it's just saying, you know, the person is very, you need to just to try to figure out, you know, what your own intuition is telling you, if that's a person you're coming up against. If it's not a person, this is just, it's a personality type, or it's a card that shows up to tell you that, you know, just, you want to come across, again, this is how are we being perceived, right? How are we putting ourselves out there? We want to be known as, you know, honest, upstanding, you know, you kind of know what you're getting with this person. You want to just be true to yourself, okay? This is also a card that, if you are, you know, this person, right, and you feel like you're not able to get ahead because you're too scattered, this is just telling you that you need to just focus a little bit more. It's not a card of multitasking. It's a card of trying to not be distracted by things that go on around you, okay? Because what happens here is this Seven of Swords, and it's not in this reading, but it's a good opportunity here. That Eight of Swords in that the Rider-Waite deck or whatever, that the woman is surrounded by the swords and she's stuck. What happens sometimes in that card is we end up being pulled in so many different directions, right? That what happens is we can't focus. And she's really, that Eight of Swords is not really, she's not really stuck there. She's stuck due to her own making because she's preoccupied by way too many things, okay? And I'm going to show you where I'm going here. I'm going to jump really quick because this Two of Swords there, that's inner peace, right? But that's knowing that you also, as much as you like to help other people and do things and be engaged in a lot of different things, because that's usually what this card is. You're engaged in 1,000 different things and no one can keep up with you, right? The Two of Swords is looking for inner peace, right? It's alone time and it's time to socialize, right? So that's where that comes in correlation if you're feeling stuck, right? I know some of you are. That's why I took the opportunity to throw it out there. But for this reading, we've got the Seven of Swords, we've got the King of Cups, we've got the Two of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune is the consistent in life, right? There are always seasons, which are times of change, right? So know that if you're in a bad spot, it's going to change, okay? It's right here. That's what the card is. It's also a card, though, of karma, guys, okay? If you're this person and you're doing, you know, not nice things to other people, or you're leading them astray, or you're not being honest, or if you're doing this intentionally, right? If this is really a deceit card and you're deceiving someone, or someone is deceiving you, you really don't want to do that, because this wheel is then going to turn, you know, you're going to reap what you sow, and it always comes back. So the moral of the story here is the King of Cups here. This is someone who has learned. He's learned from his past mistakes. He's very, you know, he is an emotionally open, receptive person, but he has an air of mystique to him because he doesn't, you know, he's just, it's a water card. It's a fire water card though too, you know, so it's someone who's got passion in there. You know, he's true to himself. He follows his own, you know, drum. He doesn't get caught up in the things that go on around him, the drama, the nonsense, right? But he's been hurt in the past too, and he releases it, okay? Because he really knows here where that the quest for, again, this Holy Grail, the Holy Grail is your soul. It's the other half that we're always searching for in another area, right? When you know yourself, you know, to your own self be true, then you are fulfilled. And that's where I'm going with accepting, you know, accepting the old and the new, because it makes you who you are, right? Accept all parts of yourself, you know. Let the past go. It teaches us who we are going forward. We need to know, you know, what hurt feels like to know what love feels right? There's polarities in life, and we need to sadly, you know, experience them all, but they get us where we're going here, okay? But the King of Swords is someone who, they stay true to their heart, okay? Yes, they can be a little over emotional at times, because you know what? Past things, as much as we can put them in their place, but you know what? They're all part of who we are. We need to accept that, but not get stuck there. We need to release it, you know, do things that bring us joy, help other people, learn from our experiences, right? And the Two of Swords comes in here to say, again, it's that card of inner peace is what you're looking for always. Don't be led astray, because in here what's happening is he is being led astray. You know, someone is telling him that, you know, to do this, you've got to do this. And you know that you just don't want to do it. And you know it's not right. And it goes against what you're, you know, what you believe in. You know, so if you do it, you know, you're only hurting yourself. You know, so you want to just you want to be, I guess, a mix between here and here. Okay, because the polarities between these two is him. He's true to himself. You know, he's done things too that he's not followed his instincts, right? And ended up over there. But you also have to be able to bend when the wind blows and learn from these things. Release the past, okay? And outbound is the Wheel of Fortune. That card really speaks of things now coming your way. It's about, you know, the wheel turning. Not everything. You know, it can be a bad situation, but it's a lesson, right? And when it passes, the wheel turns and it's on the upswing again. I really feel here this, for the majority of you, this is something good coming in your favor. This is a lot of things that you've been working on, that you've been asking for, that you've really been, you know, the trooper through. You haven't gotten stuck here and you know, put vengeance on everyone that crosses your path. You've really just learned that, you know, shit happens. It just does, you know, and you can't get stuck there. You need to put it in its place, keep your, you know, be receptive and caring and loving and pay it forward, right? You can't get stuck there. This sometimes too, guys, is agreeing to disagree on something, as long as it's not a deal breaker, right? And the Seven of Swords is a card of you know, it's a card of maybe needing to go in a different direction, you know. But again, I think this is a great reading. I think that you have found some places for things in the past and you're moving past them, okay? And just accept, you know, again, the devil is our life force energy, okay? When it's not in balance is when it becomes life draining, right? But when it's in balance, you know, we're able to forge ahead here. We don't get stuck. Okay, so that's what I think is going on. I think that a lot of things, we're just growing. And this is a big, you know, the wheel is turning. Things are going to get better. Okay. And if you think that you've been wronged in some regard, this is just a reminder that, you know, even the emperor falls. He's not up here forever. He's included in all of this. You know, so if you misuse your power in some way, you're going to get zinged here, you know. But if you're a good person and you really just are forging ahead, and the wheel turns in your favor. And for the majority of you, I really think that that's what this is. I think it's a time really of being able to get ahead, okay? But the key through all of this is to be receptive, not get caught up in the drama that goes on around you. Always be true to yourself. Follow your inner compass always, and do the right thing. That's really what it is. And you know what? We all screw up. So when we don't always do the right thing, we have the strength to get ourselves back on track. Okay. So with knowledge, wisdom, you know, self-love and love for other people, there's nothing you can't overcome. Okay. And guys, things are turning. I know a few of you, you know, there's tough times out there on a larger scale. I really feel that this is telling you that things are absolutely going to change now. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you with anything. Okay. Thank you so much.